How can you come to a wet fit and don't expect for you to get wet? You don't know it's blows you go get. You watching SAT TV.
Bring out the reading, SAT Telecoms.
Welcome to SAT TV News. I am Alicia George, your presenter. In our top stories, Legal Profession Act to be implemented in Dominica. Trinidad and Tobago golfer wins junior championship in Florida. Questions of preservation after ancient village found in downtown Miami. And in sports, Windward Island suffer defeat. Details of these will follow.
Nobody can love you the way I do. I'm with you, my yori yori. With you, everything is welly welly. Your love, they make my heart to do yori yori. Nobody can love you the way I do. I'm with you, my yori. What's up? My name is Vas.
And this is Smash.
And we are Brackets.
And you're watching SAT TV. Don't miss it, because if you miss it,
you will lose it.
Brackets say so.
One love, everybody.
How can you come to a wet fit and don't expect for you to get wet? You don't know it's blows you go get. You watching SAT TV.
Welcome back. Prime Minister Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit says he is happy that the Yampis and Stock Farm residents are taking ownership of the Dominica State College. He noted that the students have all the lecturers to teach them, while the government has invested in excess of $33 million in the new state-of-the-art Dominica State College. So it is up to them to take advantage of such opportunities.
This is also a facility which belongs to the people of Yampis and Stock Farm. And I am happy that you have taken ownership of it and to ensure that it can last us for a lifetime. Because there are many parts of the world, countries that are even much more advanced than us, who would love to have such a facility to provide education to their children. But this government saw it necessary to invest in our young people by providing the best facilities you can find anywhere in the world. And you can recall myself in particular and the government in general were very much criticized for contracting a loan to construct not only the state college but the state house and the 60 apartment units that we're now building in Bath State and Emsall. To lead the country and to lead any institution, you must have a vision.
Mr. Skerrit noted one must not only have a vision to lead, but must put both hands on the wheel in formulating plans and finding resources to do what is required for the advancement of this country. In more news, the National Youth Council of Dominica on Monday, February 3rd, in collaboration with the Division of Forestry and local forestry expert Mr. Arlington James, continued activities in observance of WWD, World Wetlands Day 2014. A special assembly was conducted at the St. Mary's Primary at SMP, at which the president of the NYCD, Mr. Josiah Benoit, delivered remarks on WWD 2014 and the importance of preserving Dominica's wetlands. He highlighted the socio-economic benefits of Dominica's wetlands, including employment in the tourism sector, education of youth, scientific research, and artistic inspiration. Ms. Jacqueline Andre of the Forestry Division encouraged the students of the SMP to visit the wetlands of Dominica so that they can develop a deeper appreciation and understanding of it. An educational session on the wetlands of Dominica was also delivered by forestry expert Mr. Arlington James to an audience of 70 grade 5 students from the school, where he gave a dynamic overview of the location, features, flora and fauna of Dominica's wetlands. The World Wetlands Day observance continues with an ongoing media blitz and another educational session at the Isaiah Thomas Secondary School on Wednesday, 5th February 2014. In other stories, residents from the community of Bellevue Royal have been advised that the government of Dominica is looking into the possibility of constructing a few homes for persons of that community. This announcement was made by their parliamentary representative, Honorable Julius Timothy.
We are at the moment as well giving housing assistance to several families in Yampis and Stock Farm areas, particularly in Yampis and Tarishpit. However, we have to understand the resources are not infinite, and only so many people can get at a time. And those who do not get yet, do not make noise because your neighbor got. Be thankful for your neighbor if they got, and rest assured that your turn will come. Okay, your turn will come, but
He said the proposed land for the construction of houses for Bellevue Royal residents is behind the new location for the Grotto Home for the Homeless. Additionally, the minister is advising persons who have begun cutting trees in that area to squat to be mindful that this could result in major land slippage if it is not done properly.
brought the director of surveys in the area. And he thinks that we probably can house some, but not many. He thinks we're going to have to leave most of the trees for land to avoid land slippage, but we may be able to house some people. So I'm going to discuss with the Minister of Lands and have them to survey and map out the area very well with a road and everything, so that we may be able to settle some people.
He said those who may not gain settlement from that area need not be disappointed, as it is clear that the land will not be able to accommodate many persons. Persons must go through a selection process before being considered to receive housing. In more news, Dominica is working towards the implementation of a Legal Profession Act, according to AG Attorney General Mr. Levi Peter. He stated, however, this is not an act to punish members of the legal profession.
Not really a going after lawyers per se. That's not there is an element of it which is you might going after lawyers. I would prefer to see it as a bill, as all such bills which address professions, a bill to regulate the legal profession, and that's very short, broadly what the short title said. So in the process of regulating the profession, you must have a means to address disciplinary issues.
Mr. Peter said the Act will provide a clear mechanism by which, if a member of the public is aggrieved by the actions or inactions of an attorney, he or she would have a clear mechanism to make a complaint. The complaint would also be investigated through that same mechanism, and if appropriate, the attorney could be disciplined.
There is a process now, but it's very cumbersome and hardly ever used. So this will simplify the process. It will be set up by council. The Act provides who can be members of the council, what experience they need to have, how many people can be lawyers, and how many must be from public, and how many from, that sort of thing. So that would be just. And then there's the code of conduct, which is probably a very significant part of it, which sets out a code of conduct of behavior that attorneys are expected to adhere to in the exercise of their professional practice, and sets out the consequences.
The Act will be implemented later this year.
Some of you at your worst times. Some of you are coming out of a bad time. Some of you are entering a bad time. But you know what? It really doesn't matter where we are. God is always there.
The 5th Phenomenal Caribbean Women's Symposium recently took place at the Cabrits in Portsmouth, administered under the theme, What You Conceive, You Can Achieve, because God has a power to deliver what He promises. BF Inc., in collaboration with the Bureau of Gender Affairs and Ministry of Social Services, Community Development and Gender Affairs, hosted this annual symposium to celebrate the successes of Caribbean women. The symposium assembled women from all over the Caribbean, including Miss Roseanne Richards from Barbados.
In relation to why I'm here to attend the 5th Caribbean Phenomenal Women Symposium. I knew about it from the inception because the coordinator is my best friend, so we go back many moons ago, and every time she had invited me, it always clashed with something I had to do. So this time around, I was celebrating a birthday a few weeks ago, and I said I must come here to enjoy this as a part of the celebration.
The speakers included Miss Renee Mercedes Baptist of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Miss Rose Willock of Montserrat, Mrs. Neva Edwards, and Mrs. Olivia Douglas of Dominica.
I think all the women are phenomenally presented so far, and I enjoyed all that they have had to say because I think that I see something in some of them in myself, and that is the ability to serve.
Ms. Richards is a trained social worker and an attorney at law. In other news, during DFC Dominica Festival Committee's weekly press conference, Mr. Karim Gist, head of marketing at Lime Dominica, announced that the company, along with other partners, has come on board to launch their 2014 Carnival Band.
I'm happy to announce the Carnival Band for Carnival 2014. That is a partnership between Lime Dominica, Carry FM, Platinum Security, and other major sponsors within that space. We have decided to do this because we felt that it would be important to associate with an important partner for Carnival, that is Carry FM, through their radio services, and also to partner with Platinum Security, a private security company, to offer CTV on the road for Carnival.
This partnership is said to have been done in an effort to provide extra security for persons participating in the Carnival celebrations. Mr. Kimo Asafans, Managing Director of Platinum Security Incorporated, one of the partners involved, says it is always a pleasure to work with a telecommunications giant.
Most people don't see Lime as a security partner, but they are heavily involved in security both in your homes and the businesses. For the Carnival band, I think Monday and Tuesday, we are providing closed-circuit cameras on the truck. It is not something new to Dominica. We've been doing it years ago. This year, we are deploying new technology on the truck that will give high-definition imagery.
Persons within the vicinity of the band, he said, should be at ease, as it has been proven that closed-circuit cameras placed on the trucks significantly reduces the level of violence. Meanwhile, promoter and entertainer Mr. Val Coffey urged patrons to support the carnival activities.
All around Dominica, things are going to be happening, but it's important that Dominicans support your carnival. It's not a red carnival, not a blue carnival, not a yellow carnival, it's not a lime carnival alone, it's all of us carnival. So we're looking forward to you really coming in a big way.
This has been the local segment of the news. Coming up next, regional highlights.